Hello everyone, today I want to talk about the inventory system. To recap, in autumn 2021 we got a new inventory system and since then we lost our items on dev. Unless you can make it back to your body, but your body might just disappear, your body might glitch into a planet or moon, your body might be in the center of Stanton in the sun, well, sun is not exactly at the center, or someone else loots your body. So chances to get your items back were very low. And since autumn 2021, CRT always told us, yeah, we are working on item recovery, we are so hard at work, but nothing happened. And now we got tier 0 item recovery, and I have to say it's a success. There were very few people who didn't like it. They brought up things like, dev has to be punishing. Come on, dev in Star Citizen is already very punishing. Or people who hunt for items to sell them to other players. I cannot sell my items anymore. This is so bad. I don't like item recovery. But now those few voices are getting very, very quiet. Here we have a posting from MKTE on Spectrum, item recovery tier 0 and contested zones trauma post-release. So before item recovery tier 0 was released, there was a huge intake of trauma that tier 0 would kill contested zones and loot and will kill the economy and other stuff. Now I tried only twice, so contested zones before 4.1, and in my opinion it was shit. The constant gearing again and time spent resupplying after each death was too annoying. It has also to do with this very terrible inventory system we have in Star Citizen. It's so bad. The other option was to run around in a sperm suit, he means stick suit, and get whatever gear you find. It was sad, slow, boring and annoying. Now with item recovery in place, no more sperm suits, you see a diversity of armors, the action is more fast paced and you don't spend minutes to re-gear yourself. And you still can loot ammo, keys and grenades. In my opinion, this is a huge improvement. I also partied inside the game and then talked with a PvP focus group and they said the contested zones is more alive than ever and actually more fun, giving me similar reasons. They said that some of their group are more hardcore and don't like the change, but overall after playing the feeling is that item recovery tier 0 made things better even for contested zones. The link to this thread is my first pinned comment below. Of course, not everyone agrees with this thread, but overall the comments are very positive. Here we have a Reddit thread on Star Citizen. Nox2142, it feels so nice to be able to wear your nice armor without worry. This thread was upvoted 509 times. Although I can't wait for T1 and especially T2 because I quite enjoy looting, the fact we have at least this, especially when most devs are still due to bugs and server related issues, feels amazing. I love seeing the variety in not only armor and clothing, but guns being used. And we have this comment, we need a chart to collect all the YouTubers' tiers. Best quality of life update in years is tier 0. There will be a tier 1 and tier 2 with more restrictions. Still, I think this is a very nice change. I absolutely love seeing everyone at ports and stations in their cool gear and not the tighty fighters. Yeah, the stick suit. Be worried, there's an exploit, so you can still lose your gear. Tier 0 item recovery exploit. A quick gear, get incapacitated through non-lethal means, for example a player knocks you out or an item tracked into you. Offending player can loot your equipped items as long as you are incapacitated. This sounds like a bug and hopefully CRG will address this. And we have this issue, if you go to jail you lose all your gear. Clutcher item recovery not working. Fully geared up, armor and guns, then get crime stat. By the way, you can get a crime stat even if you did nothing wrong. There are lots of bugs in this game. Die and go in Clasher, get legally out of Clasher. You wake up in Everus Harbor, but in standard flight suit. Your gear is gone, not in inventory, nowhere. And we have this thread by enough somewhere 311. Tier 0 item recovery has not killed player looting. Last night my small orc was doing a contested zone and we came across multiple players that attacked us. Looting them did not feel any different than prior, except they had way more ammo, grenades and medipens on them. It was nice. We also found a blue keycard on a random body. Gally MGB wrote, impact is you see mostly well-equipped players in-game. You stay engaged with whatever high-risk activity you are doing because you get back to action faster. Dying skips the need for a whole rear quick and click, drag and drop shore, but still leaves you pretty barren ammo-wise. Yeah, CRG's item interaction and inventory system is so terrible. Come on, please, look at any other game. There's a reason why most games are using a 2D paper doll. It's very easy to use. You can see at one glance what items you are missing and what items you have equipped. Instead, in Star Citizen, we have to use this third-party view. You have to move your camera around your character and you have to check each slot one by one. This is just terrible. It still takes time to respawn and you run into action more vulnerable than prior to death. Me personally, I love to find loot in games, I love to explore, but I don't care about loot if I lose it on death. Yes, there are games like Tarkov, Scum, Rust. In those games you lose your items on death, but in those games it's also a lot easier to find new items. It is a lot easier to equip your characters because those games know how to make a good inventory system. Star Citizen unfortunately doesn't. But this video is for you. I want to know what you think about those changes. Do you think item recovery is a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? And if so, why do you think it's good? Why do you think it's bad for Star Citizen? Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen. Okay, so I'm moving around because physics is hard for CRG. And now door will close automatically. Yeah, 10 out of 10. And one container glitched through and now it's on top. Yeah, this isn't exactly a very good way to load your ship, Chris. And even when I use a very bad radial menu, there's only close. There's no separate elevator up. And now my mule gets kicked into the caterpillar. Yeah. Some people say I'm too negative, but come on people. This is a $1 billion project in year 13 with mechanics that are worse than in very, very small indie games I have seen. There's no excuse for this. I don't judge this game like I would judge a small indie dev studio in year 1 or 2. Hey, you are still here. You might want to join me on Blue Sky. On Blue Sky, my name is Camural. On Twitter, my handle is Camural_SC.